What's going on, everybody? Back again, another video. Today I want to talk about. We're gonna get into how to avoid a rapid return Hoover in 2020, the new year, 2020. Listen, it's about that time of the year when people start doing them taxes, and a lot of narcissists like to get loose with them rapid income tax return checks. Okay, and we just gonna talk about it. Okay, it's just something that in case it slips your mind or you're not thinking about it, just to give you something to be on guard for. So we're gonna talk about how to stay ahead of the narcissist during this period of time. You got about 3 months to really be on guard for this type of Hoover. Okay, most of you have been in a situation. You may have been back and forth with it, and around a certain period of time, narcissists will go ghost, or it'll be quiet. It'll be like the quiet before the storm. And soon as taxes are filed, and let me explain what, because some people aren't from the States. So income taxes, it's when you file taxes and you get a return for money that was taken out of your paycheck, your income, and then it's returned to you at the end of the year. Okay, there's some credits for that. There's some other complicated stuff to that too, but that's basically what it is. And how does this come into play with narcissists? Well, for some narcissists, not all, it's the perfect opportunity to finesse a new source or to get back an old supply. And this is when they'll put in the maximum effort of looking good to appeal or to lure an old source back in, right? You might see them. They'll go out to dress for less, or they'll get them a couple of threads. Some are even buying cars around this time, so it can look like a big come up. It can look like they coming up on some things, and they're doing good, and of course they're gonna really hype the story up about what's going on in their life, so that you can begin to miss, or you can begin to think, wow, they really are getting themselves together, right? And now this will kind of create the now attention that they want you to have on them, and the confidence will be through the roof. They're more like they're more likely to re-engage uh, you know old sources at this time, because of the fact where they may have been looking rough and not up to par before. They're cleaner than the board of health now. When you see them, they're looking good, they're styling. You wasn't seeing that, right? And so now it buys into the psyche of, maybe I did. This is the most important thing, because it can create doubt in your mind that you maybe did leave something behind that was good, that you didn't properly judge right or give a fair shot at, right? So they want to make you doubt your judgment around this time by coming back looking right. You know, um, some of them, you know, um, you know, they have to play into the mind for you to see that in that way, so that you can begin to covet them once again. you know and you'll be triggered and feel as though maybe they are doing better without you, and that you are missing out on them, and now you begin to start paying them that attention, and that's exactly what they want. And again, before, they might have had the bundles, but they couldn't afford the install. And you seeing them now with the full install, because they can afford the install now. That's what the rapid return will do. When you see them again, they can play the whole look off, right? And you will get affected in some sort of way if they come to you being nice, and they come to you trying to do nice things to you, right? Because it's a way to get, again, to get you to notice them. Because the more attention you give to them, the more you're likely to go. You'll start going in that direction. And you got to be mindful. It's a lot of H&R Block cards that'll be in the possession of these narcs this tax season. Okay, be leery of exclusive dates around this time. Roof Crest, Del Frisco's, and the likes, or high-end gifts. And of course, and this, let me just say this, it's powerful because it can be used with such efficiency around this time for them, because for all of the times that they've done you wrong and taking you for granted, it almost would feel justified or just due that they are trying to make amends to you with this tax money. And you might not even look at the hidden agenda that's going on with this. You might not be looking at the hidden agenda, but the hidden agenda is that they're trying to buy their way back in, right? And they're trying to make it look like they're making up for the things that they did do wrong, so that they can really play it off. And if you allow yourself to get caught up in a rapid return income tax Hoover, it can work pretty good against you. Because like I said, they'll be rolling out the red carpet with all of this treatment. And herein lies the Cinderella effect to that. In Cinderella, it was the slippers. And when it was on, everything was lavish, right? Well, the narcissist, as long as they got that H&R Block card active and in possession, everything good until the balance hits zero. Once that balance hits zero, everything that you thought was gonna be to come, and all of this niceness and all of that, that's gone too. It was only to woo you back in. It was only to get you to open up and build your hopes up of something being greater. Oh, maybe they did change. I'm sorry to tell you, they didn't change. It's tax season. And that's all it is. It's tax season, and you gotta know about that. Narcissists think ahead, and they use that to position themselves back into your heart, right? Because if they're doing this, you're more likely to take that as something to forgive, and like you'd be like, okay, I forgive them. I'll let them back in. They did try to do right. They didn't took their little H&R Block card, and they didn't then went to spending on me, and they were unselfish and all of that. Of course they were. There's an agenda to it, and they know your heart. They know your heart. They know what moves your heart in the direction that's gonna be accepting to accept them again. They know that. So don't get caught up in tax season being the one that gets re-engaged with the Hoover and get blindsided. Right? If you see anything black and green coming out at the time of payment, that's that H&R Block card. You already know what time it is. You already know what's going down. You know it's not real. You know this is a method or something that they're using to buy their way back into your forgiveness, into your acceptance, and letting them get back in. Because that little tax money gonna be gone within, a couple of weeks. It's not gonna last. So to make the most of it, some narcissists will try that tactic to get back in. And it can be effective if you're not on guard and not expecting it and not thinking that they would go to that length to try to get back in. So don't let yourselves get fooled. Keep your head on a swivel. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and take care of yourselves. Be easy. If you want any of the products that I have, click the description box. They'll be listed in there below. Till next time, everyone, love yourselves. Have a good one.